on, Joe.
Okay, starting with the kitchen, a couple of things to report. One with the range. The floor anti-tip bracket is not installed.
Okay.
So the range will tip forward if something large comes out or someone steps on the range.
Okay.
It's a floor bracket where the rear leg of the range slides into it. I tested the temperature in the range as well as the refrigerator, found them both in satisfactory condition. The only thing I can tell you about the appliances are their dates. Range is 2006, refrigerator is 2004. Average life expectancy for the range would be 13 to 15 years, refrigerator about 10 years. As a safety hazard, it's reported the fire screen is missing at the wall behind the range. So if there's a grease fire, the purpose of the fire screen is to limit the spread of fire. Fire screen can be a laminate material, solid surface like corian, or a metal or ceramic tile. The electrical outlets are not GFCI protected. It would be the 1987 code that required GFCI outlets. So it's not reported to replace, it would be a recommendation because this was done before the electrical code. There was once a dishwasher installed right side of the sink. The remnants are still visible as in the air gap and the line that comes from the disposal right here to the air gap. I'd recommend a plumber to remove it, cap it here, and then cap the air gap.
Okay. Because it could back up from the sink.
Correct.
Into the disposal and then out the air gap.
Yeah, and or just sit there.
Okay.
This, while we're here, this is a timer box for the water heater. The water heater is on the other side of the cabinet, which is access on the inside. This report is a safety hazard because the electrical connections are visible or accessible. So if a small child were to come in here and play, they can be electrocuted.
Okay.
I'd recommend a different timer box.
Or can you just put a lock on it? Looks like it's got a.
Yeah,
looks like it's got a tab.
Yeah, or you can lock it.
Okay. Any leaks?
No leaks within the drain line.
That's good.
Yeah, just tell you the drain is galvanized, which has a life of about 50 years.
Okay.
Building is 41 years. Report is a safety hazard. The dryer vent is vinyl, so that's a fire hazard. It does vent to the exterior wall.
I think mine is like foil.
Yeah.
Foil material, right?
Yeah,
that's okay.
I recommend a metal duct.
Yeah, it's
Just to get rid of the vinyl.
That's not a problem.
I was able to access the washer supply valves, cold and hot, right down here. No leaks, and they're unfrozen, meaning I can turn the valves. Ran a cycle for the washer and the dryer, found that to be satisfactory. The light is not operable. The switch is on the wall. It's fluorescent, so it can be the
Bulbs.
ballast
Yeah.
or the fixture itself.
Did you test to see if it had power?
Yes, but it could also be the ballast.
It does have power though?
Correct.
Okay, that's fine then.
But the ballast would be a reason why the bulbs don't come on.
I don't like fluorescent lights. So, I mean, I would take that thing out anyway if it was my house.
For the background,
Got the information, got the tag, got his name.
Detective Brian P. searches for police.
this deflection from the shower head neck to the wall connection causes the pipe behind the wall to move, and also movement of the shower valve.
Okay.
So it could be a potential leak,
Okay.
especially when you have a head like this and people putting it on and moving it. So the recommendation is a plumber to secure the shower head connection to the wall, and it's by this flange. They either use epoxy or silicone caulk.
Okay.
Behind that flange affixes it to the wall, or a different wall flange that
Okay.
clamps the neck to the wall. It's reported as a safety hazard. The shower valve, the water lines are crossed, so hot water comes out of the cold, and cold comes out of the hot.
Okay.
So it's a scald hazard. And then recommend caulking at the shower wall to the tub abutment, as there's some voids present. There'll be silicone caulk recommended.
Okay.
The supply valves for the toilet and the sink recommend replacement. The toilet cannot turn, it's frozen. So in the event of wanting to turn off the water to the toilet, you cannot.
Okay.
And under the sink, they're missing for the cold and the hot water.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No leaks at the sink. Drainage was satisfactory, as well as the faucet. The outlet, we report as a safety hazard. It's either a loose connection or wired incorrectly at the outlet, meaning I'm getting a reading of 2 hots.
Okay.
Recommendation would be a GFCI outlet with a switch.
Okay.
An electrician to verify the correct connection. It's either a loose terminal connection or a poor connection or a deficient outlet. So with the electrical panel, breaker number 11 and 13 are reported as double tapped,
Okay.
meaning 2 wires are entering each of those breakers.
Yeah.
Those breakers are designed and rated for 1 wire.
Okay.
That's it, except for the water heater. Didn't have anything to report in the bedroom.
Okay.
They would just clean the track, keep it lubricated, adjusted the screen door. It was pretty poor.
And jalousies and everything open. Okay.
Operable, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Not a bad idea for both doors to maintain clean track and lubrication for better operation.
Okay.
Water heater is behind the TV.
Homicide is working the murder of 23
It is 11 years old, 30 gallons. I report that I could not access the shutoff valve because it's behind the water heater.
Okay.
It's more accessible from the sink cabinet that you can't get to. And I reported marginal condition because the average life of a water heater is 15 years. So within 5 years, you're looking at its expected life.
Okay.
So you'd be replacing it any time within 5 years. But it was unsatisfactory, as in there are no leaks from the tank, no corrosion at the tank. And I had nothing else to report in the living room. The air conditioner worked and satisfactory. Jealousy windows operated satisfactory.
Okay.
All the outlets were satisfactory. No safety hazards.
Except for the double red in the bathroom
Correct.
and the GFIs.
Correct.
Okay.